Hi, I'm Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on. So, this is a movie which I was pretty looking forward to because, I'd seen the trailer and stuff, and I thought it looks great. I thought this could actually be a great film. Um, not to mention, of course, you have the legendary filmmaker Ridley Scott directing this movie, and of course, with films like Gladiator and The Last Duel under his belt, it's pretty clear that he could definitely make, an epic like this. So, also, anyway, so I went to see Napoleon there about 5 days ago now, and what did I think of it? Well, at least it was better than Wish, but not really by a whole lot. Yeah, this was honestly a really disappointing movie, in my opinion. To start things off, I'll admit that the cinematography in the movie is very good. I think the movie is shot very well. And I think specifically during like a lot of the big battle scenes, I think the cinematography does a great job at really, showing the full scope of all these big battles. So I think the cinematography in the movie is pretty good. The editing in the film is pretty good as well. I do think the movie is edited very well. I think especially the battle scenes, like the battle scenes, some way they shot for, I think they're edited very well. Um, so I think the editing in the movie was very good, especially during uh the battle scenes. Now the pace in this film is something which I had a big issue with. Now, this is a pretty long movie at 2 hours and 36 minutes. So yeah, so it is a rather long film, all right. You're kind of probably expecting a long film with this one, but I've got to say though, despite the film's long runtime, I honestly thought the film went at a really quick pace. However, in this case though, I really don't mean that in a good way. Because for me, the film kind of seemed to just go through everything so quickly. I didn't think it was. I just really thought the film, it just really rushed through a lot of things. You didn't really have that much time to catch your breath. Um, Now I do think that during the battle scenes and everything, I do think the movie does take a breath during the battle scenes, but outside of them though, the movie just rushes through all of its plot points, and it honestly just feels like it honestly feels like they could have done like a much better job with this movie. They just kind of slows down the pacing a bit, and kind of took time to sort of go through everything and stuff. So yeah, the pace in this film was not that great. Now now for the sound of music in the film. I really like the sound effects. All the sound effects that are used during the battle sequences. I do think like the sound effects they use are great and everything. The score in the movie is actually very good in my opinion. I think Martin Phipps did a great job composing the score for this movie, because he did a great job at really it's such an intense score. Like, from listening to it, you definitely get the impression that Napoleon is a massive threat, and that he's someone who is not to be messed with. Yeah, I really like the score in this film, and it really makes Napoleon feel like a high level threat in all of these battles. It's a very intense score indeed. So yeah, I thought overall the sounds and music in the film was very good.
I'm not built like other men.
Obviously, so we have the titular character himself, Napoleon. And well, for this film's portrayal of Napoleon, I mean, like, it's not a bad portrayal of him, but like, I really think they could have done like some more interesting stuff with Napoleon in this film, because had they just gone with a better, script and kind of better, just if they just done a much better film, I honestly think they could have done a better job with this film's portrayal of Napoleon. And in terms of Joaquin Phoenix's performance, to be fair, I do think he does a good job as Napoleon, but I wouldn't really say his performance in this film, it's good, don't get me wrong, but nothing really amazing. Like, honestly, out of his two performances this year, if I had to pick, I would say that his performance in Beau is Afraid was easily the much better performance. Nonetheless, he did a good job in the film, and he did well enough playing Napoleon, but I think the film could have done a better job with Napoleon, just had they made this movie much better.
You want to be great, but you are nothing without me. Say it.
And the other character we have in the movie is, of course, Napoleon's wife, Josephine. And the movie, it really did focus a lot on Josephine and her relationship with Napoleon, and I liked the film's portrayal of her. I thought the film kind of did a good job at kind of showing how she was important in Napoleon's life and everything, but like again, I just think I still think they could do a better like, job with this movie and everything, but that being said, I do think Vanessa Kirby was very good as Josephine. Um, with that being said, though, her chemistry in the movie with Joaquin Phoenix, I don't know. I just feel like their chemistry with each other wasn't really there. I don't know. I just didn't really feel their chemistry all that much. So it kind of made me a bit harsh to become all that invested in their relationship, but with that being said, I think they both did pretty good jobs playing their respective characters. I won't really talk about any other characters in the movie since there's only really I don't know. There's just a lot of other like people who show up throughout this, so I won't really go through very much. But I don't think there's really a bad performance here. I think everyone does fine enough with what the script gives them, but with that being said, I don't really think there was anyone who gave a particularly great performance in this. So yeah, so it's like characters like the film it did good enough with Napoleon and Josephine, but like it just could have done way better given the movie. Now the plot of the film. Now, obviously the film is it's intended as a biopic about Napoleon, which, you know, if you're like really interested in Napoleon as a person, it could be, you know, it could be an interesting way to watch. However, I did not think that the movie did a particularly great job with it, though. Like, well, first off, the movie isn't really the most historically accurate movie out there. Part of the film, they show Napoleon being present at Marie Antoinette's execution. In real life, that did not happen. Napoleon was not actually present at Marie Antoinette's execution. Not that, but I just don't think the movie really works as, you know, a biopic about Napoleon, because I think Ridley Scott intended this as a biopic, but the film, it focused heavily on Napoleon's relationship with Josephine. However, what the film did not really focus on enough was his numerous battles that he fought in. Like, the movie really could have done a better job at focusing on all of them, because when we did get, you know, a battle sequence in the movie, that was definitely when the movie shined. That's when it really became engaging. Had the movie focused more on this, I felt it would have been a much more engaging watch, but instead it really focuses on his relationship with Josephine, and it just doesn't work. It's just not very engaging, and yeah, it's like, the film kind of shows like a lot of stuff that Napoleon did with how he took the throne as king and stuff, all of that, but the movie really, it rushes through a lot of these scenes, so, and it's because of this, like, it's not really the best watch when the film is constantly going through everything so quickly. You just don't really end up caring that much, so honestly, in terms of the plot, I did not really think that we did the best job at being a biopic about Napoleon. As for the narrative structure now, like again, like now the movie, like it's kind of it's like I mean there's not really a full on like narrative. It's just kind of showing like key moments in Napoleon's life, but the problem with the narrative structure is like, you know, it goes a lot into his relationship with Josephine, but not really enough on like on his multiple battles that he fought in, and like and because of this, like, and not to mention that what really hurt was how quickly the movie was going through everything. So it didn't really do enough to make me care too much about everything going on, and so because of that, I just didn't really find this the best film in terms of a narrative structure. I mean, with other films that have come out this year based on true events like Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon, you know, there's clearly there's narratives going on in those films, but with this movie, I just didn't really feel like there was a full on narrative, and because of that, I just didn't really find it the best watch. So overall, while Napoleon is not a bad movie, it's honestly very disappointing. The sequences are great. The performances, like from Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby, are very good. I think the cinematography, is very good, and I like the production design. I do like the look of the movie and how they kind of I do appreciate some of the practical effects, and yeah, and not to mention I do think the costume design is very good, and I think it does a great job at being accurate to its time period, but in terms of being a biopic about Napoleon, it could have done a way better job had they focused more on his battles and really turned just if they just slowed that pace down. I think this could have potentially been a great film. I I mean, like, this could have been a great movie had they just done a better job and had they made it a better biopic about Napoleon. As it stands, it's not a bad film, but definitely not a great one either. Rather disappointing, and it is definitely not one of Ridley Scott's best. So, not a bad film, but I expected much better. So with that, I'm going to give Napoleon a 5 out of 10. So with that, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.